Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the mega episode 16 of Nebuchadnezzar. This is going to be the Akkad Empire, founded by Sargon of Akkad, the first empire of Mesopotamia. We're going to need 9,000 population, 265 prestige, and 32 spacious houses. This is between 2334 and 2154 BC. And during this period, basically what happened was the flood wiped these people out. And it's interesting because it speaks about this too. It says it disintegrated in the 22nd century BC. Well, the flood happened 2304. So guess what? No wonder that happened because, and it talks about how many different areas went through, and even says right there the fall is attributed to this event. They're talking about chaotic climactic event that was called the flood. So basically we're gonna build this empire up right before the flood, and here we go. We're gonna start off with a historical start. Who knows how historical this is, but it does give us a start. Hopefully it won't put us in bad shape and then we have to redesign everything, but I'm going to try to make it work. The picture that you saw that kicked this thing off is basically where it ended up. This is going to be a long video, so you might want to speed through some sections, but basically I'm going to put it all into one big video here, and I'm going to show you how this is done. All right, so here we go. Here's our map, and we've got looks like we've got a lot of space there, which is we're going to need it because we need 9,000 population. But looks like they've kicked us off here with a couple of with 4 farms, 2 for milk and 2 for the bread. We've got four bread makers, 4 bakeries, and we have a warehouse and a caravan and another warehouse. So yep, we are going to get this thing rolling. Let's take a look at our economy here. We're just one shy of being able to fulfill the grain or the bread. Actually, the bread's okay, and so is the milk, but the grain we're just a little bit shy of where we want to be in terms of total production for our bakeries. So here's our crop farm, and let's see if we can add a field or something. And the answer is yes. Yes, we can. So now he's going to be set to 18, so we have a full complement there. Yep, we're at 37. We could put in one more for 38, but why would we? We don't need it. All right, so our other crop farm looks like we've got 36 going on there, so that's good. We don't really need to mess with that. So that's a good thing. Let's rotate it. This is what our map looks like from the other direction. And this is what it looks like from the other direction. So this is probably the best view, I think. We'll stick with this view. Here's our caravan. He is taking the milk and putting it into the other warehouse for the market. And it's set to 16. So that's interesting. But we could put some bread in there as well if we we want to. So let's go ahead and manage that. So we can put bread into the warehouse rather than having her go to have the shops go to her. We can just have the shops go directly into the warehouse. So now we're at 36, 35, and 32. So one of the fields here, one of the shepherds only has 17, and there it is. So let's see if we can pop one more in, and there we go. It looks like that's not gonna actually work because it's not irrigated. So yeah, see, we have 36, but it's still saying 17, which means it is not fertile land. So what we can do is we can build a canal and try to irrigate it. We're going to need to delete a couple of fields here to bring the irrigation, bring the water down there, so that we can irrigate that land. We can use it. All right, there we go. Now he's all set, and we've got 18 for him. And let's see here. It looks like we have a dead area there, and now that person's only got 14. So let's bring another irrigation trough down in there. It looks like we might have to get another pump in order to get all that water rolling. There we go. We can put a pump right in there, and let's go ahead and irrigate it. There we go. And now he's back up to 18. And so is the other one. All right, so we're getting full use out of 2 workers there. That's a good sign. All right, so this is looking pretty good. If we bring the irrigation over a little bit more, that's about as far as we can go, unless we get another pump somewhere. And it looks like we might be able to get another pump in there. Or we can just use the rest of it. You know what? I don't think we're gonna need it right now. We just don't. We're not gonna have enough fertile land there to put a full worker in there. Plus, we have, we don't have our full population yet, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense in order to do it now. So we could build another pump, though. Let's do that. And then we'll put the irrigation out a little bit more. There we go. And now we can build a pasture and use the entire section there. So now we got 52. If we put the irrigation in one more, hopefully it'll reach. Oh, it does. Okay, that's great. Now we can actually put in another worker, and we can get a full 18 out of him. That's good stuff. As for that one, I don't know if we're going to be able to get any more out of it than we already have. I mean, 41. I think that's a dead one as well. So let's just move on. But anyway, for milk, now we're making 45 instead of 36. So that'll give us some excess milk that maybe we can use later on when we get bigger population, or we could sell it maybe. I haven't taken a look at the trade options, but let's take a look at these sellers. They're covering the entire area, which is good. I can build some houses around the outside there in order to maximize the sellers. So let's go ahead and pop some in here. Can't build there. I can put 2 more in there though. Can't build there. All right. So now we've got a full circle of houses, which is great. Maximizes the seller walking area. Up in this area, there's a lot of good spots over here. And over here, we'll have to build something sooner or later, I would think. And down toward the bottom looks like that's where our port. That's where our port will be. All right, right down there. All right, so back to the main area. I'm thinking that we can't use any of that area there, but the rocks and stuff. But up in this area, up in that area, I don't know if I'm going to use that. We'll see. But basically, we're going to have to start over here and then work our way over to the left. So what we need to do now is we need to start up our pottery, because that's going to be the next level up for these houses. And we need water and pottery, and then we're going to need beer and administration. That's interesting. And it looks like that we got 3 there, so we're going to need to beautify it a little bit for these houses. And this is pollution, and you'll see that that down and over in that area is where we're going to need to build the villas, because they do not like pollution. So we do not want to put them next to factories and workshops and farms and all kinds of stuff. They like to live in peace and quiet. So let's take a look over here. This is where we're going to have our pottery area, because we're going to need quite a bit of pottery. I also want to make, if we can sell it, we should definitely sell it. So remember, the only way to make money in this game is through trade. There are no taxes, at least yet. For right now, it's the only way to fly is trade, exporting goods, and making money from those exports. So we have some clay pits there, and we can build a workshop, some pottery workshops. We'll build 3, and then we'll put a warehouse in around the corner. Or should we put it over here? Yeah, let's put it over there. All right. So we're going to turn off everything except for the pottery. We're going to have to take the pottery out of there and ship it over to the other warehouse so that we can get it close to the market. All right, we built our road, And now we've got our pottery, and then we'll use one of our caravans here to ship this pottery. We'll take it from that warehouse and put it into this warehouse over here. And that'll be close to the market so that we can have the seller go out from the market and ship the goods. I'm looking at this this route they're taking, and I'm not sure why they would take that route. So if we put another warehouse down here, we could actually have a different market bringing out the pottery. And I think that's probably a good idea. So let's just get it, because we also want it, fairly quick. You'll notice that I clicked on him twice, because I don't really want him going back to that caravan house without delivering it a few times, at least twice. So here's our other market we'll set up, and then she can sell the pottery, and then we'll have her go out and just do a nice nice loop around the outside. I'll cover all those houses, and then we'll do it around the outside again. Connector. So now we got to set up. Looks like beer is the next one, but we don't have any, and we're not going to make that right now. That requires us to get more farms, and I'm concerned about running out of labor force, because we're going to need to start up our bricks right away too, because we have a monument to build. So I'll set up one more house, and then let's adjust the route here, and let's try to get that house and there and around the outside. And then up to the middle. There we go. That'll work. And then we'll copy that one for the bread. Now we have more houses. We're going to have a bigger workforce. We'll set up the well. And the well will take the water where we need it to go, to basically everybody. Make sure we get this one next to it. There we go. And then up, and then the same kind of route. We're going to go around the side. Oops. Well, it's fine. I don't think it's going to be a problem for the well. But if we really wanted to make it look better, we would just go up right there. It covers everybody. All right. So now we have our well water coming to the population, and let's start this thing off. So you'll notice that we're getting a lot of immigrants come in. Let's take a look at what it did to our economy. Well, we're going to need 41 bread now. We have milk covered, which is good, and pottery we're going to need some more. So we have enough clay that's coming in, so let's just add some workers here. There we go. And now we have 31 pottery. We're going to be wasting 5 clay. And people are already leaving the city. They just got here. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. And now we're not wasting any clay. So we've got 36. Now we have good on milk, but we don't have enough bread. Hey, people are coming back. That's great. All right, so we don't have enough bread. We're gonna need some more wheat, which means I'm gonna need another farm, which means I'm gonna try to use the irrigation that we set up in order to get a farm down here. I'd like to place it right there on the road, but I can't. So I can place it over here, and that'll get us quite a bit of farmland that we can use. That one's probably just as good. Either one, I don't think it really. This one's too close. I mean, this one can work because we're actually getting the full other side of it, of that road. So it won't be a huge number of fields that we can get, but it'll be enough in order to cover for this population, and I think that's really the key. So let's take a look and see how much we can get. That's 18. And there's 31. So 31's not too bad. I mean, it gives us enough. We've got 18 and then 13. That'll definitely get us enough wheat to be able to service some bread makers. Trying to look here to see if there's any other land so that I can use that patch for the wheat, but right now it's looking like we pretty much have to stick with what we got. All right, so these guys are working in the wheat field, and we're gonna need to. Hey, it looks like we have some new kind of roads there. We're going to need to put a bakery that's close enough to that warehouse. I don't think that bakery is going to... Nope, it doesn't reach the other warehouse. So we're going to have to get some more money back here and try this again. There we go. Just one more. All right. So now we have the wheat that's going to be going into those bakeries, and they're going to start off, and they'll be able to deliver over to that other warehouse and put the bread in immediately, which is great. So let's just manage this warehouse a bit. Here we go. All right. So we did get some bread that's gone in there from the bakery. Now, one thing that's interesting is, I'm not sure if that market actually reaches that bakery, but we're getting the wheat in there. All right, let's take a look at some of these trades that we got. Okay, so we're going to initiate that probably with pottery, I would think. We already have 14 in stock, so we could get 35. Then we'd be able to sell it. We'd be able to sell 40 of them right there for 36 at a neutral relationship. So, this one we probably aren't gonna really bother with too much. This one's 40 pottery. We can sell 30 of them for a little lower price price is not great there. This one we can import bricks if we want, but I think I want to make my own. And this one we could sell a bunch of pottery. That was beer. This one we could sell. We could sell fish. Yeah, so there's some interesting trade possibilities here. But I think I like the price of this one better. So kick that one off. So let's take a look at what we've got here in terms of how we're delivering. It looks like we're delivering fairly well, except for the very edge over there. All right, so let's fix that. Okay. And let's bring her around and then up. There we go. All right. So now we have pottery that's going to be going out, and you can immediately see the result. These houses are going up to standard houses now, which is great because that'll give us a lot more people to work with. See, we're already up to what, 3,600 to almost 3,700 people. We're going to need administration and beer in order to bring them up to the spacious house that we need. And we're going to need 32 of them to meet the goal. So let's take a look at our pottery. We don't have enough. It's actually getting better. But let's take a look. So we need 36. We need 41, and we're only making 36. So that's not great. In addition to that, we've got plenty of bread now that's going to be going in, so we're going to be able to service the population just fine. All right. It's like those people left. They were done. They did not like the living conditions in the city. There was just I would say it was just not very good because the food didn't always come. And so maybe one of them, maybe somebody died and they were like, hey, we don't want to starve to death in this city. We don't go and make our own food, although we do, but it's for the city-state, and the city-state decides who gets it. So they were very concerned about the politics of the region. I think that certain people were getting, there were haves and have-nots, and they were the have-nots, and they were not happy with that. So we can build a road. Can't build it through there, see? So we have to go around and up, and then that way we're connected to the port. So what we're going to need to do, though, is we're going to need to make more pottery so that we can get that shipped off to the port. So let's do that. We have 51% unemployment right now, so we're going to take care of that situation with some more employment. So we're going to need to have some more clay pits. There we go. And that's all we can build. So we maximized that area fairly well. Let's build a road from the clay pits to connect. And now we have tons of clay for the potters. And we're going to go ahead and put in our third workers so that we can make more pottery. And now we're making 40 and we have 54 clay. So guess what that means? That's right, another ceramic workshop. And we can place that over there because the other clay pits will service that one. The other two won't. I think it's probably just best to place it right there. There we go. So let's take a look at what that did. It got us to 49. And then if we put in another worker, I think that'll get us to 54. Let's take a look. Yes, 54. So we're maximizing our clay output, and that means we're going to get 13 pottery per year to be able to sell. So let's say, $40. That's or 40, whatever they are. 40 monies for 13 is that's 52. So that's good. That'll be very good. That'll be like $5,200. I like it. All right. It's actually $520, not $5,200. So $520 is better than nothing. But we're gonna need to get this beer stuff rolling here because we are gonna definitely need to get these up to a third tier. And in order to do that, we're gonna need to have some fertile land. And get a crop farm down. See how far this reaches. That's pretty far. And it starts running out. I really like the irrigation stuff there. 29. What is that? Bricks? They can wait. We can do some brickwork. In order to get that request. Don't really want to make them unhappy. But I'm thinking that if we build the clay mines over here and the bricks over there, then we can do a monument that's somewhat close by. So let's build, for now, let's build a batch of 4 clay pits to go along with, I believe, 3 brickworks. And then we can really start getting, we can place it all the way there. Let's do that. All right. Now let's get a road. And a warehouse for the bricks. That'll cover it, but kind of want bricks going right next to it. That'll be good. All right. We don't want clay going in there for sure. We just want bricks. And we're going to send it out to our warehouse. Might as well set up the pottery right now, so we can get the pottery to be transported over there. We'll build a caravan. And we'll get the bricks taken from the warehouse and put it into the other one. Not sure why I'm moving it. I don't think that's probably the best move. I just kind of want it stored. I would rather actually have some pottery moved from that warehouse down into the warehouse next to the port so that we can sell pottery. We don't want to sell the bricks, obviously. I don't know if we can or not, but let's just maximize what we can sell for pottery. Whoa, what's this warehouse full of? Full of bread. Holy cow, no, that's too much bread. We can't put any pottery in there, so we're going to start losing population. Look at that, we got tons of bread. Everybody's got bread. And bread's getting stacked up in the bakeries. So let's move that bread from that warehouse over to the other warehouse. There we go. That'll make it more convenient. Let's take that bread out of there. Let's put it into the other one. I think that's just the way to go. We don't want to have that thing stacked up with bread. I mean, we gotta get our pottery in there. There we go. Because as you can see, we stopped delivering pottery. These houses are going to devolve quickly, and people are going to start fleeing. And that's going to affect our workforce, which it's doing right now, and we're down to 18% unemployment, which is still very high, but we just started this thing off. We have not hardly built much industry at all. And we built some, but not a lot. We've got 28 bricks. What was that request for? I think it was something like 20. Oh, it was 29. Well, there you go, 29. Okay. We just fulfilled our request. That's really good for prestige. So we're going to need 265 prestige. Last time, remember we struggled to try to get 205. We were one away from it and finishing the mission, and then finally it came in. But that was pretty fun. But now we can go ahead and ship out our pottery and get some. We're going to take down the pottery here to 16, mainly because we don't want it to be moved out of that warehouse completely. Because you know why? Well, we would be in big trouble if we didn't have any pottery going to the people, and it was just going to the for trade. All right, check this out. We are going to build a monument. We're going to build a monument. It's going to be great. We're going to put it fairly close. There we go. And we can put a warehouse. Has to be in the footprint of the monument itself. There we go. And now we can have the caravan, the guy who was taking the bricks, he can, instead of taking them to the port, what he can do is take him directly to that warehouse. That's really what I want him to do. So we're going to have him remove those bricks and put it over into the warehouse, and the monument will start to be built. All right, look at our situation here for pottery. It's getting much better. We actually have pottery in there. We should be able to get some of those houses leveling up fairly quickly. So, all right. So down here is where we're making money, and we've got what we want to lower this down a bit because we don't want all the pottery to go away. All right. So now we have our monument starting to be built. We have all of our farms going. That caravan guy's got 20 bread that he's just hanging on to. He will deliver it sooner or later. But it's pretty good. So here's the caravan for the pottery. I want to make sure that he is going back and forth and not going to his caravan place until he delivers it at least 4 times there, 4 times. So he'll just go back and forth, and then we'll get enough pottery in there to get those houses over there leveled up. It just won't. It'll take a little bit of time, but he's got the pottery right now, and he's going with it. See, I'm gonna go deliver this pottery, and I'm gonna put it in this warehouse over here. Bam. All right. Now let's take a look. You can see these people are getting a lot of pottery. Everybody's getting it. And here we go. They're delivering more pottery. So we still have some people who haven't got pottery yet, but I think we just need to give it a little bit more time. Make sure that everybody's getting it, getting leveled up. It's possible that we're just not making enough. Hey, look, our monument is coming up. Wow, look at that. That's pretty sweet. All right, so we have 54 and 41, so that's only 13 difference, and we've got 27 bricks. I think what we could do is we could get more bricks rolling and just get this monument built a little quicker. Probably going to be a bigger monument, so it's going to need a lot of bricks. All right, that should max out our clay. We got 90 and 90. That's great. So we're using 36 for the bricks and 54 for the pottery. And let's take a look at our pottery situation. And we still have a lot of homes without it. That's distressing. Let's see how much he delivers here. Well, we're getting some more homes with it now. Let's look. Yes, that's good. That's an improvement. As for bread, we are fine. We've got tons. But we can't sell any bread, so we're stuck with it. Here's our partners. Alright, so we need beer and administration. Although it's not going to make much of a difference unless we have our pottery. So we may just need to, I don't know, we may need to make some more. But we are going to need beer. And we want to maximize our field over here in this area. We really don't want a lack of it because we're going to need it for the entire population there. So if we put it up in this area, we will get a lot of land here for our field, and then we'll be able to maximize it. We can build a pump there, and we can send out the irrigated water. Let's take a look at where our fields would go. Right there. So we're going to want to build our irrigation pipe, or ditch, I guess it would be. It wouldn't be a pipe. Our ditch, there we go. And we'll push that thing out. Get us some good land. Is there another place we can put a pump in order to get more water? That's the question. One thing I got to do is just get rid of that so that I can take a look, have a little cleaner look at it, and we can put a pump in right there, and we can connect it to the other line. There we go. All right, now we'll be able to get out and push out the irrigated land. I don't know if I want to run it into the monument, though. That might be a little too far out. So let's just take it back one step. And then let's bring it down. And get the other side of that farm irrigated. I can delete this ditch. There we go. All right. So now we will build our barley field for the first time. And we are going to be able to get a lot out of this thing. But we're going to need to build a road, so we can't just do it all. But there we go. We're just going to need, 54? All right. So now we'll have our third worker go in, and we have 54 fields. If we want to do some more, we can put in another one, and that guy will do 14. So we're gonna make the most out of this. I mean, we're gonna put the breweries in down there, and then also a warehouse, but we want them somewhat close. There we go. All right. And the breweries touched that warehouse, so we don't have to build another one. So we'll bring in beer. We were going to send that out to the warehouse by the market so that we can get our cellar out to the population. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. This is exactly the kind of game that I played 30 years ago, and really enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't quite 30 years ago, but it's coming up on it. And it was maybe like 23 years ago. But this kind of game is really fun to try to strategize where you're going to place things, how you're going to move things from one thing to another. Conserving space, connections. I mean, it's a thought-provoking game. Noticing there's a lot of milk that's stored down in that warehouse there. All right, well, we're going to get some beer moved. What are these guys? Oh, these guys are elites. So we're going to need to have villas that have people in it in order to support the third tier of workers. Which means that I'm going to need to build some villas. Which means I'm going to need to have some fish. And if I'm going to have some fish, that means that I'm going to have some fishermen go fish in this little lake here. And that's where we can build a couple of fishing ports there. And on the other side, we're going to be able to build one right there, and another one right there. All right, so we have four fish. Can't fit any more in. Doesn't look like it. All right, so we've got 4 of them there, and they all need to go to a warehouse. They all need to be connected. And we want it as close as we possibly can get to the place where we're going to put the villas. I'd like to run it over here and then up to the warehouse. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can run a road up there. Doesn't look like it. No, there's no bridge. Nope. Look at that. Can't do it. So we gotta come around, which means that this farm here is gonna have to get less land over there. Let's get rid of this road since it's useless. And we're gonna need to delete a couple of sections so we can build our road through. Right there. All right, so let's build this road. Get these fishermen going. And over. All right, and then let's connect this warehouse to the road. Very nice. And let's connect these to the road. There we go. We'll call that Pier 1 and Pier 2. So this warehouse here, we don't want to have anything in it except for fish. And we're gonna ultimately, hopefully, maybe sell some of that fish if we can. But notice the pollution goes out almost to the edge of that section where the houses are. So, you know, just to the north of that, we'll build the villas. I don't know if we're building them early this time, but it kind of feels like it, but we kind of have to because our population, we need to get more people in there. And the way to do that is by upgrading houses. So let's build this area over here for villas. And then we could set up our population base here. So that's where we'll put our villas. We need it probably at least 20 or so, I would think. So let's build a nice little square here. It's kind of a rectangle. And then we can put our villas in there. And we're going to need to connect this warehouse with a market. Notice for the villas, I used the upgraded road because it makes the land more appealing. So here's our market right by the fish. And then we'll have her go out and deliver fish. There we go. Now, the other thing we're going to need is dates. We have used up a lot of our fertile land. And we would have to go way far away in order to get dates. Way up in there. So, guess what we're going to need to do? That's right. Irrigate the land. We'll put a pump. Put a couple pumps. And then we'll connect it with irrigation. we go. And then we'll just bring it out, get some nice irrigated land there so that we can build a crop farm and get some dates for the population. Look at that. Got some nice farmland there. And that's about as far as we can go until we start running out of water. All right, so we need a crop farm in. We want to It's got a lot of non-irrigated land. That's got a lot of irrigated land. That one's got a ton. I mean, there's all kinds of irrigation land there. So we can build a road over top of that that canal, and we can get bunch of dates going there. So let's set up the fields. And we've got 54. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Now we're gonna have to build a road somewhere, and I would think it's probably gonna have to go right through there. So that means we're gonna have to take out a couple of those, and then lay the road there. There we go. All right. So now we have our date farm planted. You know, I don't know if we can, if there's any, there's one more. So we got 53. So we're at 18, 18, 17. That's not bad. Probably could be better. If we put another crop farm down, we can get even more. And we can get that irrigated over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm not going to do it right this moment because we just need enough to get some population going so that we can actually have enough workers to get what we need in order to service the other population, the workers. So we want to connect this warehouse with the other one. And we need another caravan that's going to be able to deliver the goods. These are dates. We'll bring them from the one warehouse over to the warehouse by the market. And we'll make sure that the dates are accepted. The fish are going to be accepted now. And the dates are going to be accepted. And let's make sure that we don't overwhelm them with either one of these commodities. We'll stick them both to 20. You know, it'd been nice to be able to go exactly half and half. Why not have an option, I guess, for 18? But this game, I'm really wondering whether or not this is actually the Impressions engine, the Sierra Impressions engine itself, that they licensed and that they've modified. I can imagine that they did. I mean, it's probably extremely cheap. The engine itself. I mean, it seems very similar in a lot of respects in terms of the just how it's laid out, how it all kind of works. It's very, very similar. It seems almost too similar not to be the exact same engine. I mean, unless someone just recreated it, which is possible. I mean, if they couldn't get the license, they certainly had a blueprint for it, which are those games. And so it's not like, they needed obviously a design doc, something to go off of, written down, some specs, stuff like that, feature sets, whatever. But I mean, they have all that from the other game and they just added on to it. So if they did build a brand new engine, it wasn't that difficult to do it. But they did a good job. Either way, if they modified it or if they made it from scratch. Look at all these great new things we have here in terms of decoration. Ooh, look at that statue. That's nice. So we're going to need to beautify this area a little bit in order to make sure these go up to to a few levels. Yeah, we got, those are pretty nice. So let's see what we have here. 2.85. We're going to need to beautify the area a little bit. But we do have some space here where we can pop in some decoration. And we need to give bricks. They're going to need to wait a while because I'm using my bricks for that monument over there. Look at that thing. It's coming along pretty well. All right, we have dates coming in now. So that's really good. All right, so we're going to have to disable the storage there. We have 735 to go. Oh boy, and that's going to take some time. That's going to take some time, especially if a whole bunch of people want to get bricks from us, or even one place they keep on asking us for bricks. So let's go ahead and let's get a seller to push out the dates. And now we have fish, and we have dates, And look, we're starting to get some standard villas. And that will get us some people in order to be able to work. We need workers. There we go. Put in a few of those new statues. And that's looking really nice now. We're going to need something on the outside around there. Got 1.97. We need at least 6. So we could use, one of these because it takes off pollution too. So let's go ahead and just make a row of those. Oh, all right. 5.84. That's very close. There we go. And we can do the same down here. And look at that. We're starting to see villas. We're starting to see white villas instead of brown, old, or under construction. Well, it's not really old. I guess it's new under construction villas. 5.4. I think we're going to need to build something a little bit heavier here. About a big steel there in the corner. Yeah. 7.38. Nice. That's going to be nice. Now, what about these guys over here? Well, they've got plenty. They just need some fish. So what's going on with our fish? Are we not making enough? 36. We only need 28. 26 dates. We need 2 more. But we should have enough fish. Things are interesting right now, aren't they? We don't even want the bricks taken to the monument. We just want the bricks to stay in the warehouse so that we can fill the request. So we have our pottery, which we don't have any. There we go. We have a few that's coming. A few that are coming in, and we want the beer to come in as well. So we'll make sure that we can get beer in there as well. Plus, we need to have a cellar. And we need administration now for the 3rd level. We have a nice spot up here for it. And we're going to need tablets. We need tablets. Oh boy. So we're going to need a warehouse in order to get tablets. Okay. And there's the tablet workshop. We're going to have to put it down in our area here and put some more clay pits in. So let's build some tablet workshops near this warehouse. And let's build some more clay pits. 1, 2, and 3. All right. There we go. And we'll put in just one more tablet workshop. And we can send those out to the other market. And I think we can have our bricks. Yep, we have enough bricks. We'll send those out for more prestige. We're up to 52 now. That's a good sign. And we will put the bricks back into the warehouse. And restart rebuilding that monument. There was a little time there where we had a suspension of bricks going to the monument in order to service another city. We did that for the sake of our relationship, but at the cost of the monument for a while. However, we came back to it, and everything's going to get built. We got dates and fish that are coming in. Now we have to build another warehouse that's over in this area here to accommodate for those tablets. It's kind of a long journey over there, isn't it? It's definitely not going to be instantaneous. That's what it looks like over there. Okay, that's what it looks like from this side. One of the nicer areas of town, I would say. Alright, so we're going to need to get those tablets moved. Move out. Don't mess around. Move out. Don't bring me down. Move out. Alright, so we're going to move it out. And let's make sure that we're pushing them out. Let's get the tablets in. Just set up a route for them. Put that one house over there. Come down. And over. And up through the, I say we go over. And then down. I'm gonna cover everyone. No workers. So we have the priest quarters that we can put down. Have them go down and then around. All right. Wish we could get some more workers in here. That would be nice. We're up over 4,000 population. We have 56 prestige. We are over halfway done with this mission. It might not look like it, but the foundation has been laid. And that is a big part of this game, is like just getting the first, 2,000 to 5,000 people in and get a steady economy. Looks like we got a worker come in. That's nice. Still 130 workers short, though. So that's not nice. We're gonna need more people, and we need some more appeal. So let's start building some more decoration. Ooh, look at all the pretty villas. And you can see there we're starting to move in. We're having less issues with, look at this. This is really good. We're having less issues with workers now. We're still, 308 short of main worker population. Well, now down to 246. And they want more bricks. And our monument's got a little hole in the middle there. But what we'll do is we just will not move them out. The caravan just won't move it. We'll just keep them in there until we have enough to fulfill the order. You might be inclined or tempted not to send out those requests, but I warn against it because you're going to have an issue with prestige at that point. And the only way to make it back is to run the game longer so you can have more revenue that's going out to compensate for the loss in prestige. So, or you're going to have to build more population, and if you do that, guess what you got to do? Build more industry, and that needs more population. So you start running into a little chicken and the egg situation. I'm wondering how many people we can actually get into a city that's functioning and not degrading, and just carefully manage it. I'm just wondering how big of a city you can actually get in this game, and I'm wondering also how big did I ever get any other city in the old series. And I'm wondering, and I'm thinking back, trying to recall. I don't ever remember any of them going up super high. I mean, maybe I got one up to 50 or 60,000. Maybe. I mean, that's why I'm wondering if this is exactly the same engine. It's certainly seems like it. There's nothing groundbreaking graphics on this. I mean, it doesn't even appear to be an overhaul, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, the UI is different, but that's, that could be easily changed with graphics and a few code changes. But listen, I'm not trivializing what it takes to make a game. I mean, I produced tons of them. So with, teams from, I don't know, a few people to how many? 200, I think we had on one game. In multiple countries all over the world. So I'm not trivializing it. I'm just saying that this one really appears very similar. Now, there was no such thing as prestige, but adding in points on another separate variable and having it as a condition, it's not. It's something, yes. I mean, especially like if you're building on, if they actually did build on the old code base, then adding something like that does take work, but it's very doable. And I mean, I think I definitely got to like 30 or 40,000. I'm sure. Now, whether or not I got higher than that, I'm thinking, did I build anything that just stretched the boundaries, that went up to 50 or 60? And I'm wondering maybe once or twice, maybe once I did, and I got to like 52 or 53,000. I just don't think that you could make anything that had that, much bigger. You just run out of space, really. I mean, you don't have any space left. And I guess that's, part of the strategy of it all. You don't have to have 1 million people in your city in order to make this function. You just need to make sure that you don't lose them and that a crisis doesn't occur, which they invariably do. So, or you get other requests like you just saw, where you just have to stop. You cannot continue going down the path. And like I said, be careful about not accepting requests. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful. All right. So what I did here is I built this out a little bit over there because we were just having sustainability issues, like I was saying, and we still have some sustainability issues with pottery. So I'm just going to need to get that pottery over there. Take a look at the economy. 130 clay, 130 being used, 54 pottery. If we stop selling it, but the problem is I only have $1,000 left. And 1,000 coins doesn't buy you much. I mean, sure, it buys you something, but you can't just keep going. I like to kind of go freeform, and in order to do that, you better have some steady cash coming in. We have our workers. That's good news. All right. So I'm thinking that we got to build maybe some more industry. tablet industry is doing all right, but and there's what, 7 in stock. At least they have workers now, and we're actually at unemployment, so we can continue building out industry and not having to worry about workers not being able to fill the positions. All right, so we are about 2/3 the way through this mission right now, and we're making headway. We're always progressing forward. We're up over 5,700 population, and we have 128 prestige. We got to get those numbers closer to 1 if we can. But we're at 0.92 and 0.94, which means that some of the houses haven't fully upgraded yet. And I'm wondering if that's because we just don't have pottery. I mean, we have some, but remember, we're also transporting it. And when you're doing that, that takes time. And those goods aren't immediately accessible and available to the population. So we need another 22 in order to ship out pottery and make more cash. That's what we're going to choose to do. Just looking at the trade options here. But I am enjoying this series. I really like playing these kind of games. I wish they would have done, I don't know why they couldn't have. But why couldn't you do one of the United States? You know, start it in 1620. You don't need to start it before. Start in 1620. Start in 1620, and then you have a compelling narrative to start building up, you know, a fort, a harbor. Problem is can't make it super realistic, otherwise you'd have people dying all over the place. So it was not easy. It was not an easy trip. There's just no other place to put anything there. So here we're going to set up some fish. And this is pretty much going to be for exporting so that we can make some more money. I mean, we're down to what, 460? That's not much. You can only build so much. 410 now. All right. We are set to selfish. Don't be selfish. All right. Take a look at our trade. If we could sell some of that pottery there, we can make over 1,600 a year just on that from that one city alone. We've got nothing in storage down there. I mean, literally zero. Those are our dates. We're gonna need to move them. All right, let's see what we have going on here. We're gonna be able to start selling fish. Could really use the cash. Not going to be able to build much without it. Correct. That is good. Look at that. It's a good ratio. Should be able to sell quite a bit of it. And if we get more workers in there, but we're at 1%, which is what, 2 people? That's not much. Administration office. Let's take a look at the tablets. The one, I don't know whether or not it's a bug or what, but notice. None of the houses show up. Obviously, that's done on purpose. Question is why? So, we're getting there, aren't we? I mean, really. It's a long, drawn-out process sometimes, just to make sure that you've got everything sustainable, working. I mean, now we've got this full caravan taking all of our goods up to this area, and we've got a sustained population just under 6,000. It's pretty sustainable. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's serving our purpose. At least we don't have, huge unemployment problems, or employment problems. You don't really usually unemployment. No one seems to complain because they are getting all their needs met. But and you notice that I put those nice paths in there to get them up to the next level. We did already meet our goal of spacious houses. We have 35 of them. We only need 32, but we're just shy of 6,000 population, and we still need 140 prestige. We're going to get 50 with the monument, so that's going to help. But I'm looking at the tablets. And like I said before, you can't see whether or not the houses get them in this view. Unlike the other ones, this one, you don't see it. All you can see is whether or not, the market has enough goods to keep full. But looking at the tablets, I mean, I've got 40 and I need 39. So it's right on the margin there. The jewelry is a little bit shy. And you can see that here at the edge, We're not getting enough. We're just not getting enough in there quickly enough. So we're going to have to figure that one out too. So we have a couple of problems that we're dealing with. We're just over 6,000 population. We're at 0.93 and 0.94. So we have a few residences that are still lacking. This one, for example, is lacking in beer. We don't have, apparently, we have beer that's just sitting there, and the question is why? Why aren't we able to get that over there quickly? Is it just that the warehouse is too far away, and then it just takes too much time for these guys to walk over there and deliver it? If so, I'm going to need to place a warehouse that's even closer. But the only place I can do it really is right there. I guess that's just what I'm going to have to do. I really don't have any other options. That's about all I've got. Let's get beer in there. Let's find our caravan that's taking it. He's got 5 of them. He's bringing them over. So let's go pick it up from that warehouse there. And let's bring it over to the other warehouse. Do it a couple times. Looks like he's got 8 in there. He's carrying 8. He's just carrying 5. If I take it out, I wonder if I'm going to lose that beer that he's taking. I really can't chance it. I mean, he's got 9 now. I'm just going to wait until he gets down to nothing, and then switch out the all that beer is stacking up there. I don't want it to go in there anymore. I just want it to go in here. Why did I put pottery there? Bread? Yeah, I'll send the bread. We got plenty of bread. This is where I want to go. There. Now they're starting to deliver there. Great. Now I want him just basically to finish up. Just bring the beer. And we'll figure that out. Hopefully look, they're delivering it much quicker to that warehouse, and he's going to take a whole bunch. So this is going to be good. And then we can get a lot of those, hopefully, we can get a lot of those places serviced. Look at that. It's getting, yes, we are getting more houses with beer now. And that's a plus. Let's see if we can get some of these. Yep, we got a couple more. So that's good. see if she can get it. Around. No. And yes. All right. Finally, the ones in the middle. The last ones to get it. And now we have 2% unemployment, which is great. We're going to have to figure out our situation with the jewelry. The monument is coming along nicely, so that's cool. Our spacious houses went down a little bit due to the issue. So I went away and I came back after fixing some more things, and the monument is now complete. Check that out. Isn't it a beauty? Finished the monument. And so we're able to have 41 spacious houses now, and our prestige went up to 221 after building that monument. I've got 67 beer now due to the other field that I have, and that will also help us because I've been exporting it as well. So we don't have any more money issues, we don't have any employment issues, and I mean, I'm able to now really pump that out as much as I possibly can. We got 67 going out and 67 getting produced and 41 being consumed. So we should have no worries there going forward with that product. As for the other things, jewelry is up to 31. We need 28. We're actually producing more than we need for everything. And I think that's obviously the key. We've got to make sure that we have a sustainable population. The only thing is the tablets. We're just shy by one tablet. But we already have enough spacious houses, so we don't necessarily need more. But we have 41 right now, even though we're producing 40. So you're able to just barely get by. And that's where I built it. So over in this area here, we've got really good sustainable population. We're at 1 and 1. So we've got the most prestige we could possibly get with this amount of population, and the trade. We're making some decent money there. So we're getting decent prestige from that. We're selling fish. We're also bringing beer down there. We're selling that. And we don't need to bring bricks anymore. We can bring bricks down to that warehouse. Not sure why I had fish going out of there. Oh, that might have been the other warehouse. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look
we cannot export any bricks. We can only import them. And we do not want to do that. But we're importing copper, of course, because we have to make the necklaces to get a pretty decent size elite population for prestige. And that's exactly what we've done. So we're about, 80% of the way through here on this mission. And what we really need to do is we got to get rid of that warehouse. Because we don't want... and you know what? We really don't even need these brickworks anymore. Tablet. Do I have any more brickworks? Nope. Alright. That's good. And then in terms of the port, we are exporting both beer and pottery for money and for prestige. But we don't even have enough tablets to barely cover our own, let alone export them. We could export dates, but I mean, we'd have to get 60. We're at what, 46? We could do it. That's importing. We don't want to do that. All right. So let's take a look at what we've got here. Now we should have tons of clay, yes. And then what we can do is we can build some more pottery workshop, because we're making good money on exports of pottery. And the more that we can bring in exports, the more prestige we're going to gain. So let's max out that guy there, and let's max out this workshop too, and that should even things out, and we have 130, 130. That's perfect. All right. There's our bricks. Let's get rid of the bricks. And we'll bring in pottery. We don't want to bring in too much and overwhelm that warehouse. So we'll just dial back a bit. And then we'll get somebody just stop by that warehouse on the way, pick some up. There we go. And then we'll bring it back down. We could bring it over there. That sounds good. All right, so now we have pottery coming from 2 different warehouses down into the port. And we don't need bricks to come down. We just want to accept the pottery. And that should take care of our management there. That's looking pretty good. All right. So we're going to gain some prestige now from this trade, from increasing the trade. And we could put it into either one of those 2 warehouses. The port services both of them. So hopefully we can get some more money coming in. All right. So we as you can see, our warehouses are getting full, which is great. We want to have the products close to the market, which are full. And these are dates, and we have tons of dates that are there, and we have them getting pulled out. I wish you could click on one of those caravan guys, but you really can't see what they're carrying unless you go to the actual building from where they came from. I'm going to build another warehouse here for dates. Just so, right now, see, as you can tell, there was so full that they couldn't even deliver anymore to it. And so it's just sitting there in the farm. And that could be sold. That can absolutely be sold. And it'd be nice to be able to do that so that we could make more profit and, of course, get more prestige. And there we go. Starting to deliver them into that warehouse. That's good news. All right. So now we can go ahead and get those pulled out of there, and we can set up our relationship, and we can now sell dates for profit. And since I didn't quite do what I wanted to do there, did I? It looked like I set up some type of beer to be imported. And I don't know if I really wanted to do that too much. Here's the caravans. The problem is that with the caravans is that if they have to travel far and they have to get things, sometimes it takes them quite a while, and so you really want to manage them very well. In this instance, I just want these dates to somehow get to the market in an expedient fashion. So we're about, I would think somewhere around 15-20 minutes away from finishing this mission. Because what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to set up some more population, and we're going to need to set up just in our housing area. And once we do that, we should have enough prestige and population in order to finish this mission. So we're not quite sustainable. We're close. We're at 0.99, and they're requesting tablets. I need tablets. That keeps my population up. I really don't want to give away. And now it's back up to 1. So you can see it's just on the edge. It's on the edge there, but it's not really hurting us to do what we're doing. We're so close to actually fulfilling that order. If I can, I'll do it. But if it doesn't get there naturally, I'm not going to force it. See, it goes back down to 0 because what happens is the caravan goes and takes it. We get up to 11, and then the person goes out and just delivers it all, and we never really get up to 13. Let's see if we can get there. 14. All right, we did it. So that's, once again, good for prestige and good for the whole thing. So we're at 1-1. That's we're maxing out our population. Our trade is up to 32. So we're getting more and more export dollars. So our prestige is at 231 now. And once again, we got people leaving the city. So where are they leaving? Where are they leaving from? Went from 9 to 1. So I mean, come on. This is on the edge. It's so close. We just need a few more prestige, and we need population. We need like 2,500 more people. We got plenty of money. Because we've been trading for a while now, and we've been gaining prestige. We've got nice spacious houses. They have 130 people in that one house. That's a lot of people in a house. I mean, I gotta call that more like a tenement, an apartment complex, a minor city in a house. I mean, it's pretty big. You'll notice our numbers here. We're doing great, except for, of course, the tablets, which is why I think we're going from 0.99 to 1.0, back and forth. But we're right on the edge. I think we're going to have to build another population center up in the north here. I mean, we've got to get another 2,500 people. And it's not like we can... So what I've done here is I've built this section up here, a bunch of homes, just regular homes that dropped our level down to 0.91, but it has raised our prestige to 258. And we're getting close. We're exporting dates now. We're exporting fish. We're exporting pottery, and we're exporting beer. We're up to 43,000 coins in our coffers, and we just need tablets and beer down there, and that'll raise our prestige, and it will raise our population. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to build a tablet workshop. Can't build it all the way down there, it's too far away. So I've got to make it a little bit closer, but I want to get a couple of them in there. I believe I built 20 different residences. Five residences on 4 streets. A very simple circular path around. And we'll have to have a warehouse for these tablets. Can't build it over there. Blocked. Can't build it there. Could build it there. And we will. And we'll build a road basically just to connect it to that warehouse up there for those tablets. And of course we have some people leaving, and then they come back, and they leave, and they come back. Well, maybe they're different people. They try it out and they're like, oh, this is gonna be great. And they're like, wait a minute, I got nothing to write on. I gotta leave. And then they leave, and then the next person comes in and says, all right, I got something to write on. And then it's like a month later, 2 months later, hey, I got nothing to write on. I gotta leave. Yeah, so what do you expect? I mean, it's not a perfect system. All right, so we have our path for our tablets, so we'll bring our tablets in now and start introducing them to this area. And then we just need the beer, which we can definitely provide to them. Beautify the area a little bit, so that's not going to be a problem. So we're about 10 minutes away from finishing this mission. And this one's been a beaut. I mean, 9,000 population is a lot. You can see a lot of this map has been used up. And sure, there's probably some efficiency that could be made in order to maximize the space a little bit better. But I kind of like the cities to also, I mean, they need to be structured, but I don't want to necessarily, like, you know, what, spend 3-4 hours or whatever just making it down to the pixel. I mean, that takes a huge amount, a Herculean amount of effort. And it's really just not worth it, because you can do things that look a little bit more organic, and they'll work. They will work. It's not like, remember, these aren't villas, so I can build those breweries fairly close. They don't care about pollution. They just want to have it appealing. It'll look nice, but it'll be all smoggy, but it'll look nice. So I'm just going to build a whole bunch of farms there. There we go. That should take care of it. And then we'll get the beer to be made. Can you reach it? Yep. That's good. All right. So well, it looks like we're accepting everything up there. Anyway, so doesn't matter. We're gonna need another market to distribute. So let's set that up. And like I said, it's a very simple. We don't have a road there. Or do we? Oh, yep, we need one road. There we go. Great. That should take care of it. Great. All right. So now we should start seeing some of these houses start to evolve. As soon as this beer gets made, they're sowing the field now. $24 bricks. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. And hopefully we won't have to. The key is we just need to get this population up. And here comes the barley. And they're starting to make it. Yeah, we have tablets. We've got everything except for the beer. And it is being made, brewed right now. So we're going to keep an eye on it. Watch them deliver it. Now they're delivering it directly to the market. Oh, we've got two. Look at those on the corner there. And we got people coming in. So we're at, 8,500 in Prestige, 263. We got more people coming in. 264. And 8,550 people. So we're getting close. So we did have some people leave because we don't have enough milk. So let's just bring in more. And we'll bring in another brewer. Another one, just so that we'll have tons. So we don't want to run out. And we're out of milk. What happened to our milk? We got storage full. Full of milk in the farm is not good. And the reason why is because, take a look at this. Bread. Bread's the culprit. Got to manage the warehouse. So we've got 3 tablets that are in there. Really don't want tablets to go there if possible. Because I can't, the market's not close enough to them. We're gonna get them to take out the milk and put it into the warehouse. There it goes. And we'll start getting milk back to our population. And they're delivering. They're keeping up pretty well. We have about, three left now? 3 remaining that don't have any milk? And 1, 2. Look at our population now. We met our prestige goal. Oh, our population's getting up there. We're getting close. 89, 40, 55, 65. We're 35 people away. And people are leaving the city. No, no, no. We want people to come to the city. I think that we're going to be able to do it here, though. We're getting so close. We're just 35 people. Oh, look at this. We're 10 away. We just need... Oh, here comes some migrants. Oh, yeah. This is definitely going to do it. There it is. All right. We have finished this mission. Wow. That was a doozy. And like I said, this was a mega episode. And since it was a mega episode, we're going to do a little bonus coverage here. And we have a lot of money. We got 57,000, almost 58,000 coins. And I haven't done this to any of the other maps or anything like that, but I'm considering actually like beautifying it, seeing if we can make it look nice, nicer for everybody, and kind of show off our wealth a little bit because we have so much of it. We're at 9,054 people now, and all of that area is looking really nice. Look at that. That's cool. So let's beautify it a little bit here. Let's put some grass in. There we go. That's a nice little park area for people to come and visit. And then we'll just put a big old flower patch out here. How's that? There we go. So we have... That's a huge flower field. That was a very expensive flower field. Let's put it that way. I mean, that was, what, 20, 30, 50,000? 30,000? Over $40,000 worth of